Thank you, Satya Master. Thank you so much for the wonderful meditation. All right, Masters. Once again, thank you so much for joining today's session. Today, we'll be going into a different topic. Actually, just for a changeover, we'll learn about a story. The rabbit and turtle. If you are in our satsang from the past like 2 years, you might heard this story maybe one or two times in Telugu sessions. But there are some stories where even though like we listened or we heard like so many times, we learn something new always, and this is one of those stories. So the rabbit and turtle story, like we all know only one part of the story, but there are more to it. When it comes to the spiritual angle, so we'll discuss that in details. So the story, how I came to know about it is, in my childhood, we used to get one children's column, like in one of the newspapers, Telugu newspapers. So it comes every Sunday. So I used to go to the library in our village, and I used to just read the stories in that children's column only on Sundays. That's when I, in one of those days, like maybe I was studying 6th or 7th grade, something like that. I read this story, and then I felt like, oh my God, this is so good. And then after a few days, somehow I come across the same newspaper in one of my relatives' house, and then I asked them. I took the paper, and then I kept that paper with me, till my engineering actually. And whenever I feel like low or something like that, I always used to read that story. And then like once we started this, after I joined this Sadhguru's movement, and when we thought of starting kids meditation, that's when so the first story I narrated to the kids is this story. And after that, like, it became so popular and everyone loved it, so we started doing in our normal adult satsang also. Anyway, I think that's enough narration about the back end. So let me go to the story. All right, I'll just prepared a simple PPT for this, just whatever we did it for the kids, and I'll just go over the same. All right, so the rabbit and turtle. So this is the story about the rabbit and turtle, right? So let me just put it in the presentation mode. It's open in other screen. All right, so let me just stop share. All right, I'm going to share it in the first screen. All right. So the rabbit and turtle story, right? So this is the story we all know. So the one part of the story, I'll just quickly go over it. Once upon a time, there is a turtle and a rabbit. So they had an argument about who was faster, and so they decided to have a race, right? So that's how the story starts, and so they agreed on one of the routes, and then they started off the race, right? And then obviously we all know that the rabbit ran so fast, and then seeing that he was so far away from the turtle, he thought he will just sit and relax under the tree for some time. And then the rabbit will sleep, and then the turtle will slowly walking, and then it overtook the rabbit and finally finished the race. So this is how we know the story, right? And then the rabbit woke up realizing that he lost the race, and then the moral of the story is slow and steady wins the race. So that's how we we all taught us, right? And we are teaching our kids too. But that's not the end of the story. When when we think about from the spiritual angle, right? So how the story continues, I don't know, who is the writer behind it, but I'm pretty sure that he is a spiritual person. That's how he is able to come up with this narration. So I tried to find out who wrote this story, but I did not get any. I did not find anything online. So it might be someone. Let's give the huge credit to the writer. All right, now, so what the rabbit is going to do, I modified it a little bit just for the fun sake for the kids to understand. So how the story goes is like this. Now the rabbit was disappointed, right? And there are two kinds of rabbit in our real life, right? So one kind of a rabbit, one group of rabbits, what they do, they think that they will not accept the lose. They'll just say, oh no, definitely turtle is always slow, I am faster. Just because of luck he won the race, but I'm so fast, I'm supposed to win the race, he just did it by luck. Because I'm sleeping, he won the race, but actually I'm the fastest. And then they will move on into their life, right? And then there is another group of rabbits, like maybe we can call it as spiritual rabbits. So what they will do, they know their key strengths. They will start analyzing themselves. Okay, what is the reason behind my loss? Why did I lose even though I am the fastest than rabbit? So they accept the loss, and then they will start realizing, they will try to understand, okay, why did I lose? There is something I need to learn out of it. So they'll start doing meditation, and then they will try to realize what happened, what are the reasons behind the loss, right? And then they realized it's because of their overconfidence and then carelessness, and then estimating wrong the total, estimating the looking at the total as a slow runner, right? So they did not estimate the opponent properly, right? That's why he lost the race. And then now the rabbit realized the mistakes. So now it started working on their mistakes, right? So it slowly realized that I should not have overconfidence, even though we know that turtle is a slow walker. We should not be careless when we are racing with turtle. No matter who is the opponent is, you have to follow a strict rules of the race. Then only you can win the race. So these are some of the things it learned, and it practiced those things in its daily life just to make sure. And then after a few days, finally it went to the turtle asking, hey turtle, can we have one more race? Because I know you won the last race, but I would like to I would like to challenge for another race. Now again, there are two groups of turtles here, right? So the first group of turtle may be afraid of the failure again, right? Oh my god, maybe he might have realized that because he slept, I won the race. Now if I have another race, I'm not going to win. So why should I lose unnecessarily? I know he's going to win, and I'm not going to say okay for the race. So that's one group of turtles, right? And then there is a spiritual turtles. So what they do, why this rabbit came to me again for the race? Maybe he realized its mistakes and it wants to test it out whether he's going to win the race, or maybe there is something I need to learn out of it. So they will accept the challenge, because there is nothing. So if something is come to us because we need to learn something in the life, right? That's why we'll come across these challenges. So if we come across any challenges, don't afraid of failures. Just accept it, move forward, and then it's okay even if you fail for the first time or the second time, or it's okay even if you lose that, and if you don't have the second chance, you will learn something out of it. That's why always go forward. So that's what the turtle did here. So it said okay for the race, and then they both had the race. Obviously, this time the rabbit learned what needs to be learned from the previous race, and it went out and ran without stopping from start to the finish. Obviously, he won by several miles, and then rabbit is slowly walking, and then it realized it's not going to win the race, right? Now, what is the moral of the story here? It's good to be slow and steady, but it's better to be fast and reliable. Initially, when we start learning piano, like when we start learning swimming, we need to be very slow and steady, right? And then slowly you have to be better. Once you are getting better, once you are getting hang of that skill, you need to be fast and reliable. You can't be always slow and steady. This is not a this is a AI world, so you can't be just slow and steady, right? So it's always better to be fast but reliable. So how you can be reliable? When you start, you need to learn slowly and steadily and understand the basic concepts. Then only you can be fast and reliable. So that's the story of the second part, but the story did not end it here. Now it's time for the turtle. So now it's time for the turtle to do some meditation. So obviously, as I mentioned earlier, this is a turtle is also a meditator. So it started doing meditation, and then trying to understand how it can beat the rabbit, right? So it's doing meditation, and it's not able to get any idea out of it. And this is how we narrate it to the kids, okay? And then so finally the rabbit asked the question and then went to the sleep how it can beat the rabbit. So it got a dream, and then in the dream it's having a race with something, and at the same time it is swimming. That's how it got the dream in the dreams. That's when it got a idea. So the turtle got an idea, and then it went back to the rabbit again. It said, "Hey rabbit, can we have another race, but on a slightly different route this time?" The rabbit agreed, because the rabbit again it thought that there is no way the turtle is going to win the race, no matter what it does, because I am on the fastest. I'm not going to sleep even a single microsecond, so I'm always going to win it. So the rabbit right away said, "Yeah, sure, why not? No matter what the racetrack is, I'm up for it." Because it did not realize what is that the route, why the route is different, why can't we use this? It did not realize, because all in its mind is it thinks that it's fast, it can beat the turtle. So they started racing again, and so where the rabbit obviously ran so fast, and then it stopped at a riverbed. Okay, so the finish line was couple of miles on the other side of the river. So the rabbit don't know how to swim, so it has to wait there. It don't know how to swim the river. So it's just waiting. And then so slowly the rabbit just sat there wondering what to do. In the meantime, the turtle slowly walking, and then it crossed the river bank and continued walking and finished the race. So obviously, even though it's a story, but in our life, like if you are connecting to this dream world for the past like 1 or 2 years, if you are senior and if you are connected to the dream world, you will definitely get these kind of dreams. When you have a challenge in life, and if you don't know what to do and how to solve the puzzle, you just ask the question, and go to bed, do the 72 breaths, and then you will get in the dreams, they will show you what to do and how to do it. So the same way the turtle also got the dream and it able to win the race, right? So now the story did not end it here too. So what is the moral? So the moral here is we always need to focus on our core strengths and then change your playing field based on your core strengths. Then only you will enjoy your life, going forward. It does not matter whether it is a career. It does not matter, whether where you took the house or whatever it may be. Just focus on your core strengths and then change the playing field so that you will enjoy the life. Whatever may be the process, you will enjoy it. Okay, so if you like teaching, just focus on that strength. It does not matter whether it's going to make you money or not, but it will definitely give you the pleasure. It will definitely give you the satisfaction. I used to teach database technologies to some of the students when I came to US. That's really, it gave me so much of pleasure. I used to teach like every day for 1 or 2 hours, and it used to give me so much of pleasure. And then now, because I I taught like so many classes, it became very easy for me to take these classes in this Sadhguru's movement, even though I'm like, my English is just on and off. All right. Now the story did not end it here too. There is more to it. Now, after racing for 3 races, okay, both turtle and rabbit, they become very, very good friends, and they felt that there is something still missing in the race. They are not satisfied with the race, those previous 3 races, and then again they sat in the meditation and then try to find out how they can satisfy their soul with 1 race. And then they both got an idea. Now, this time what they did, while running on the ground, the rabbit carried the turtle on its back all the way to the river bank. And when it comes to the river, the turtle carried the rabbit. And that's how they both finished the race, right? And at that time, they both are very satisfied, very happy, because now they don't have any weaknesses. They both have only strengths because they work together as a team. So obviously the moral of the story is, in order to achieve higher goals, we always need to work as a team. This is true in many cases, right? If you attend our Sadhguru's movement workshop, self-healing workshop, we around 130 people, 170 people came on the first day, and then 130 or 140 came on the second day, and we meditated, we all did the meditation as a group, and there are so many volunteers worked so hard, and we made it so successful as a team because we all did the meditation, and we heard so many stories, like how they changed their life, how they transformed, how they were able to heal themselves. It's all because of the teamwork. It's all because of the team energy, right? So that's why it's always better to work as a team when we compare with the individuals. Sometimes Sunny Madam is always complains to me saying, when we give some work to you, you always try to do it. Don't do it. Try to assign it to some volunteers. So that's something I learned, and I started distributing the work. But when we work as a team, we can make miracles. And so that's the end of the story. But these are the some of the things which these are the slides which we created for the kids. We can quickly go over it. Never give up when we face a failure. Obviously, failures are just to learn. Those are just the life lessons. So when you have a failure, it's okay, learn from it, and then it's okay even if you fail for the second time, but don't fail it for the same reason. That's what the rabbit did, right? So even though it failed the third time, it's not because of the same reason. It's because of the different route, right? So the same thing, it's always be fast and reliable when you compare to slow and steady. And always work on your core strengths. That's how you will enjoy your life and you will satisfy your soul. And again, we always need to work as a team, even in the house, with spouse, with kids. When you work as a team, then you will definitely beat the individual performers. All right. That's it. After this, we already had the meditation, but generally after the story time, we'll have a meditation. That's why, we have this slide. But remember, connect to the dream world, and you will also get the answers for your challenges. And just keep rocking, by connecting to the dream world. So that's all I would like to go over today. Maybe next time I'll just come up with a different storyline. So we have so many stories which we did last year, which are not only for the kids. These are some of the stories are very useful even for the adults, and it's good to know about these stories, because we all should teach these kind of stories to our kids, right? Because they know what is rabbit and turtle story. And when you teach all the rest of the 4 stories, that's when they know it's okay to have a failure, how to work on the core strengths and things like that. They know it, and how to work as a team, they all know it, right? So always, when you see a kid, when you see a middle school or a teenager, not only your kids, like when you see someone, and just try to teach this story, try to tell these stories, spread this story. This is going to have a lot of impact on the kids. All right. So with that, I'm going to conclude today's wisdom from my side. So if you have any questions or anything, please raise your hands, and we'll take it from there. I'm going to stop the sharing. All right. So Lavanya Master, go ahead.
Hello, Krishna Master. I thank you so much for sharing this story. There is a lot to absorb from this story. So first, let me absorb this story, and this is a great story for my middle-aged child and an elementary child. Oh my God! So I have to reiterate this story maybe 10 times to absorb the full content out of it.
Yeah. Totally agree. Yeah. So every teenage should know this story.
Of course, yes. Actually, as an adult, I'm learning a lot. So maybe I have to give it tonight to fully absorb it.
Yeah. So I can share the slides also. I think maybe if you want to, if you're teaching someone, or like maybe in the middle school, like some kid, like they will narrate stories in their competition, like school competitions and things like that, right? They can use it. So I'm going to post this this PPT, and you can just you guys can use it. And okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, masters, any other feedback or anything you want to know about the story, or you want to add anything? All right, Sri Master, come on, unmute yourself.
Yeah, Master, as you're saying, like the teamwork, right? So I just wanted to ask, like, if like like me, I want more guidance in this path, and I had counseling also, but still I need more push. So, um, can we do something like that? Make a group of people and talk about it, what happened, what we did in the meditation, and what was the topic, and talk about that. And so it will be more open. So it's like a panel discussion about that topic.
So panel discussion about in particular.
Story about story. Like today you told this beautiful story, and in that story, so much to learn. My God, so that story we have to observe, right? As someone was saying this now. So yeah, so, and talk about it, how we can relate in our daily life. Right?
Oh, okay, okay. It's like more like a kind of a book club, like a story club where
Yes,
we can
yes,
just
yes.
analyze it and then yeah, yeah. I mean, we can have yeah, we can have a session or something like that,
Hmm.
and we can just like everyone opinion like you know maybe we can have one more on Friday. The same
Yes.
story will take it. Okay, tell me in your life
Hmm.
when you acted like a the first story rabbit or the second story turtle or something like
Yes.
that, and
Uh,
then just give an example. That's how I did it like last year. I
okay.
asked everyone, okay, tell me if you can relate any of the characters in these three stories. And then some people, explain how they, they like ignorance, like because of
Hmm.
some ignorance, they did that, and how they are able to, relate it. Things like that. Some people shared their experiences. Some of the masters, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should have a discussion.
Yeah,
Some,
that will be fantastic, right?
yeah, because that's how we always have this, right? And we can
Mm.
relate it to our real-time stories because every one of us will be, one of those rabbit or
Yes.
turtle in those three stories for sure.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Master. Thank you so much.
All right. Maybe next Friday, maybe we can just have a discussion on who is the, rabbit in the first story. Like if we can narrate it, that would be great.
Yes.
Like everyone can come up with their own life
Yes.
stories
Nice, nice.
relating to
Mm.
these three stories. Yeah.
Mm. Thank you, Master. Thank you so much. It was
Thank
so
you.
beautiful.
All right. Thank you. All right. So, masters, any other things you would like to add, or anyone wants to share any of your stories related to these, you know, three races? Please. We still have time. I mean, we finished up so quickly. So if anyone wants to tell about their story, we can use it. All right. So yeah, Nilma Master, unmute yourself.
Yeah, it is like not like rabbit and turtle, but like when I came to the US, I just want to tell my story because like for driving test also, it's the same thing, right? You
Mm,
need to take the test and do the what is it, practical test. In
mm,
India, we learn everything in written test and we pass everywhere, and we don't even write a test and get a driver's license there. Sometimes we can give money, and if you don't have time we can ask someone and we can get the driver's license too. So the same way, like before I'm coming to US, I didn't have enough time to get license, and through someone I got without I wrote the test. I didn't even write the test. I want to do everything in like without driving only, but I got the test. They gave me the license also without writing a test. So like, okay, what is this going on? I did pay, but I did, I didn't do any license and I didn't do any test, and you're giving the license? Yes. Don't talk anything and stop it and give it. I'm giving it to you. That's it. They
mm,
gave it to me for 25 years. When I come here, So there is so much process here. So you had to write the test and then pass the test. Okay, I'm passing the test is easy because like what is like I could
Yeah.
not understand some words like yield and everything because we don't even do those things.
Yeah.
And when learning in India, also when it is red, when I'm trying to learn on the main road, no one is stopping. What is this? No one is stopping, and I don't observe this, but I don't want to go. But the testing guy will say, "No, ma'am, you have to go because no one stops here, and if you stop, they will hit you from the back." All this was happening in India, and when I come here, I had to, I was so nervous and really, really, really tensed. And once it was, I'm driving as my husband drives. And like, you know what? You're not supposed to drive like this. And I failed the test. What is the reason?
That's good.
Second, it was so funny, but it's not easy for anyone, right? So like, but like, okay, you should not watch him, what he's doing. So I had to do slowly because I may hit someone. Okay, got it. And next time, a guy came again, the tester guy. He's so serious. He's so mad. And it started raining. In California, it never rains. Oh, come on. Another day for me. So, and then when backing up itself, someone backed up, it seems. I didn't see that guy, it seems. Okay. It is also my problem. Okay. Okay, I failed it. And third time, something happened. Like I didn't say the middle lane, and I last thing. Okay, this is not going to happen. And I was trying in between driving by myself, without any because I can drive without anyone in my car because I have international license for these many months. So I can do that. So I was doing all these things. So I changed my route. I was like, okay, I do the Indian style too. Wherever that guy drives, what are the driving things? I used to go by myself. I never used to ask anything because what is deep? I don't know what is deep. I had to go slow. Okay. Everything. Finally, in the fourth time, because after three times, you have to write the test again. Okay. I wrote the test
Yeah,
again.
fourth
This
time,
time,
yeah.
yeah, this time I'm not going to fail. So, like, one lady came. She's so cool because some people are not even cool, nice to us, and we will get more tensed. And third time, okay, she's so cool and she's not even caring about me. And like, okay, she's nice. Where should I go? Okay, go this way, go that way, go that way, go that way. And I passed the test and she gave 100% good job. You passed everything. That is the thing I say to my friends whenever, you know what, you have to drive first and do it right away when you come because, like, I learn a story every time. When I'm teaching my kids, it's not easy for me because I yell, because I will be scared, because I will be nervous, and it's not like that I don't like. So this is the story that you you were
Yeah,
telling about rabbit in a different way. I like it. So I'm like, okay, I
I
had
mean,
to
we can relate to your story also because see that's what the rabbit learned, right? I mean, after
yeah,
first failure, even though you used to drive in India, you fail it here, and then you was like, why I failed, and then what I'm doing wrong, and then you like slowly,
yeah.
try to understand and things like that, and then that's how after learning everything, see you got 100%.
Yeah, 100%. So you keep trying, but to change your route also is a good thing. Like same old way, you can't try because you
Yeah,
never pass if you do the same thing, the same mistake again and again.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
need to learn from your mistakes and do it and practice it and don't get tense, but keep trying, but do it
Definitely,
differently.
it's
That's
all
it.
life lessons. That's all.
Yeah, life lesson. I like it. So
Yeah,
that's why I told my story.
yeah.
No,
That's yeah. I mean, we can relate it to that. Yeah, obviously,
mm.
we can relate it to that, and then yeah, learning from the mistakes is the first thing. I mean, so the good thing is like you never gave up. It's like no, after third time, like no, I'm not going to get the license. Let me just
Never.
try with the international license.
It was so funny, but still, it's not easy to get license for me here. But still, I took my
No, no,
time. But,
it happened so many. Even my friend, uh, my I did not drive in India. Okay, so
mm,
I'm from a village. So I even the bike I don't know much actually. I'm a beginner even in the bike riding a bike. So I came here on the first behind wheel test itself, I'm able to get through. Okay, I got the license. Not the first, I think second one. Second one I
Okay.
got it. So along with me, one of my friends, like he also came for the behind wheel test. He used to take car for his like last 2 or 3 years of engineering. He used to drive
Okay.
every day 1 hour in India.
Okay. Okay.
He failed first behind wheel test. He failed second test. He failed third test.
Yeah, because like it's
Yeah,
sometimes you have to look the mirrors, check the mirrors, and do these things, and one will be missing. And
yeah,
like when
yeah,
you were driving, you were already scared, and you had to check all these things. I don't relate it, but yeah, yes,
yeah. So because I
blind
don't know,
spot.
I came with a clean slate, right? I mean, so every time, okay, what needs to be done, what to do, I'm like, so when you have that Indian driving skills, you will know it. Nothing is coming. I don't have to look.
No, learning in India is also hard because like they don't want to stop when red in
Yeah,
Hyderabad
that's
means like
different.
I never
Yeah,
used to observe all those things because I know I need to know where I used to use city bus to go anywhere and I never used to notice also what they were
yeah,
doing.
I
So
agree.
funny. Yeah,
Not,
it's a
yeah,
nice experience.
you are not the one. Like there are many.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Okay.
All right.
Nice story and nice narration, Master. Thank you for
Thank
this,
you.
Master.
Thank you so much. All right, masters. Anyone wants to relate any of your stories? Like Nilma Master said, you can relate any of the stories of you. Any of your challenges when you came to US. You can relate to that too. All right. All right. If no one have anything, maybe we can just wind up today. Little early. All right. All right, masters. Thank you so much again for joining today's session. I'll be sharing this PPT in our Satsang group. Just keep it handy and share it, show it to your kids or like your relative kids, or just try to tell this story. This is very, very important for any of the teenager or adult, in fact. All right. Thank you so much, and keep rocking.